Proceed, are you okay?
Yes, thank you. We then move over to Goud Street, which is 18.8 kilometers from the crime scene. That resides at 200 Marshall Street, city in suburban Johannesburg.
Bese siya-ke kule tower ekuthiwa Goud Street, ithake tholakala 18.8 kilometers ikhelelayo 200 Marshall Street, city and suburban Johannesburg.
We then move on to South Street, which is 20 kilometers. The address there is 54 Pixley Car, Isaka Seme Street, Johannesburg.
Bese kuba South Street ama kilometer awu-20 lapho-ke ibekwe endaweni yase 54 Pixley Seme Street, Johannesburg.
Lastly, we have Wanderers Street, which is 25.2 kilometers, and that resides on 37 Corlett Drive, Ilovo, Sandton.
Bese siya-ke Wanderers ama kilometer awu-25.2 ise number 37 Corlett Drive, Ilovo, Sandton.
Thank you. Now, let's refer the court to Exhibit G1, page 11. That is the set of data for accused number 3.
Wait. Exhibit G1. G1.
Yes, on page 11.
Okay.
Page?
It says page 11. I think.
11. Is it triple G?
Yes. The one that looks like this one.
Oh, yes. Page 11.
Yes. Let's just focus on the right hand side where the towers are appearing.
Yes.
Are you there? Okay. Now, the Moy Street Tower that you are referring to, is it also appearing on this page? Page 11?
Yes, it's towards the bottom of the page, 11.
And then Hope Street Tower?
Goud Street also appears towards the bottom of the page.
Wathi Moy Street na Goud Street ziyavela kulelo khasi.
Volhater?
Yes, that does appear here.
Wathi naleyo iyavela.
Belgravia?
Belgravia is just below that.
Wathi yebo Globe Belgrave ingenzantsana kwala.
Ben Rose?
Benrose does appear here.
Wathi neBenrose yabonakala.
Heidelberg Road?
That does reflect.
NeHeidelberg Road yabonakala.
City Deep?
City Deep does appear towards the bottom.
City Deep yabonakala ngasemaphethelweni ekhasi.
Thabo Ntsako?
Please repeat.
Thabo Ntsako?
That's on the top of the page.
Thabonsake isekuqaleni kwekhasi.
Ponejo?
I don't see that on page 11.
Ponejo ayibonakala ekhasini lika-11.
Sally section?
Yes, Sali section is at the top of page 11.
Section ikhona lapha ngenhla kwa-page 11.
Opankgotso?
That's not on page 11.
Upang khotso akekho ekhasini number 11.
Are we able to find it anywhere else on this exhibit? Let me just refer you briefly to page 19.
Yes, Bopang Khotso is towards the top of the page,
Right here.
on page 19.
Right upang khotso ukhona ngenhla page 19.
Foslora Square,
Yes, that does appear on page 19.
First square vela page 19.
and Sprayed View,
Spread view is not on page 19.
Page spread view akekho page 19.
are you able to find it somewhere on this exhibit? Let me refer to page 50.
50.
Yes.
Page 50.
Around 1745 or 1807, sorry. 1807.
1807, 28 seconds, we have spread view.
1807 28 seconds ngiyabonala lapho which is a spread view.
Now let's refer back to exhibit triple J7A, the map. Now let's proceed to okay. Before we move away, I'm just been reminded of something on page 11 of exhibit GG1.
11. Yes.
Just want to get on page 11 at 26, 10, 24, 20, 32, 57. There's empty SMS. Do you see that?
At 20,
32, 57.
20, 32, 57, yes.
Yes. And the tower that is appearing there,
Is Hout Street.
2032 57 bonakala tower vela njengo Street.
and then can you confirm is the same tower that is also appearing on page 4 of exhibit triple J7A,
Yes, that is correct.
and the distance?
18.8 kilometers.
18.8 kilometers lapho yabonakala
To where?
From the crime scene.
athi ukusuka ku crime scene.
Thank you. Now let's refer back now to exhibit triple J7A. Let's proceed to page 5. Can you explain what is depicted on page 5?
On page 5, the heading should reflect hostels, crime scene, and tower locations, and that's Fosleris Gatlehong.
Kuthiwa lapho ke ikhasi number 5 ikhombisa ama-hostel indawo yesigameko ikhombisa futhi ke nalapho amathawa atholakala khona ngaphansi kwe-Fosleris Gatlehong.
The area marked X is the crime scene,
Lapho kumakwe khona ngo-X indawo yesigameko
which is close to the Spruit View Tower.
iseduze ke nalesi tower ekuthiwa yi-Spirit View.
Towards my left is the Mazibuko Hostel,
Masiya ke ngapha kwesokunxele kutholakala ihostel esemazibuko
which is 5.3 kilometers from the crime scene.
kuthiwa ke ihostel esemazibuko amakhilomitha nje ayisihlanu kuphela ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
And to my right is Basotho Hostel,
Kwesokudla ke kutholakala iBasotho Hostel.
which is 2.6 kilometers.
Yona ke amakhilomitha 2.6 ukusuka endaweni yesigameko.
It also reflects other towers on page 5.
Ke kuveza ke namanye amatawa ke lapha kulo leli khasi lesihlanu.
It's very important that we place those towers on record as well.
Okay. Towards my left, you would find Parque as I hover around on the top of that tower.
Ngapha ngawesunqela uzothola lithawa kuthiwa iParque.
In the middle, you still on my left-hand side, you would find Mosaleke Tower.
Khona ke lapho kumwehla kancane uthola le kuthiwa imisiliki.
Thereafter, towards my left bottom, it is Sali section.
Uthola lapha kumwehla ngenzansi uthola le kuthiwa usali section.
After Sali section, you then get Bonego.
Ngenzansi ke sali section ubona le kuthiwa iBonego.
And towards the left bottom, you find Tabo and Sako.
Musuya ke ngakwesunqele ke le ngenzansi uthola le kuthiwa uThabo Ntsaba.
Above the crime scene, you would see Spruit View.
Ngenhla ke kancane kwendawo yesigameko uzothola le yase Spruit View.
Towards the right bottom, you would find Phosphorus.
Ngakwesokudla ke ngenzansi uthola iPhosphorus.
And below that, it's Phosphorus as well.
And ngenzansi kwalapho uthola iPhosphorus food.
Below, still on my right-hand side, below Phosphorus Square, you would find Clinics Phosphorus.
But ngenzansi ke kwaPhosphorus Square uthola le kuthiwa Clinics Phosphorus.
And below Clinics Phosphorus, you would find Bopang Khotso.
But ngenzansi kwale clinic uthola le kuthiwa iBopang Khotso.
Okay. Let me understand this from your expertise. If one is at Mazibuko Hostel, that other side, the left side,
Left side.
if one is in the vicinity of that area, are you able to pick up a tower such as the Phosphorus Square?
Yes, a Phosphorus Square is actually on my right-hand side, close to Basotho Hostel.
iPhosphorus Square ngakwesokudla eduze kweBasotho Hostel.
No, I'm asking about Mazibuko Hostel. That other side of the page. That side, yes. Where your cursor is, yes.
Yes, I don't see any towers there.
Mazibuko Hostel, I see this Sali section.
Yes,
SGS,
Sali,
Thabo.
Bonego, and Tabo and Sako.
Yes.
Yes.
So I am asking, if you are in this section, are you able to pick towers around Basotho Hostel?
No.
Bathe uma useduze kwemazibuko Hostel, amathawa aseduze uThabo Ntsako ne-Sali section neBonego. Kodwa uma ulapho ke awukwazi ukuthi uthole lamathawa aseduze neBasotho Hostel njengo Phosphorus Square no Bopang Khotso no Phosphorus.
And then, if you are at the crime scene where the red X is, will you be able to pick up the spread view SGS tower?
Yes.
Manje uma useduze nendawo yesigameko ungakwazi ukuthi uxhumane usebenzisa iSpirit View Tower.
And then what about the 2G packet?
2G pocket. Yes, there could be a possibility to pick that up as well.
Athi ale 2G phake ithawa ngenzeka ukuthi mhlawumbe ukwazi ukuthi uxhumane usebenzisa yona uma ulapha endaweni esigameko.
And then when you are at Basotho Hostel, let's start there. Which towers are the nearest?
In that vicinity, it's Vosloorus Square, Clinics.
Njengoba uma useduze kwaBasotho Hostel, amathawa ukwazi ukuthi uxhumane ngawo iVosloorus Square ne-Clinics Vosloorus.
As well as Bopang-Khotso.
Ungenza futhi ukwazi ukusebenzisa nebupangkhotso.
And then now let's refer back to the data. Page 11 of exhibit GG1. From 1341.20
20 seconds, Vosloorus Tower's been picked up.
Isikhathi sika 1341 and 20 seconds ithawa ke uxhunyana ngayo iVosloorus. Is it Vosloorus Square or Vosloorus?
Vosloorus.
And then until what time does it pick up the tower?
From then until until 15:11:33 seconds.
Ithawa ke kubonakala kuyiVosloorus Square but uxhunyana ngayo uze kuyofika isikhathi sika 15:11:33.
Can you explain now? I see this Vosloorus West SGS2. What is that? How is it differ from SGS2?
It could be, this is the sector. We haven't picked up another tower as Vosloorus West, so I can only then suggest that it could be a sector.
Athi ke uma kuthiwa SGS2 ngoba yikho enye ithawa lapha kusho ukuthi ngenzeka nje kube enye omunye umkhakha walamathawa.
Can you just explain what is a sector?
Okay, as you would see on any of these blue towers, there's 3 directions. These are the sectors of the tower, of any towers. It points in 3 different directions.
Ke le thawa lena ibheka inhlangothi ezintathu ususho ukuthi olunyeke uhlangothi.
Okay. So regarding what you have placed from 1341 up to, is it 15, the last entry, 1618, with this Vosloorus.
1618. Well, it actually reflects at 1618.06 Vosloorus West. Just another point on Vosloorus West. I did assume that it could be a sector, but going back to this data, please remember that we have 2014 data. This is what we see currently. It could be that the Vosloorus West could be decommissioned because we have Vosloorus Square and Phosphorus in the same vicinity.
So ngenxa ukuthi kube nokuguquka kwesimo kungenzeka ukuthi ngoba kubhekwe idata eyaphuma ngo-2014 manje ngenzeka ukuthi lezi ithombe ezitholakala namuhla uthola ukuthi yakhishwa yakhunyulwa lenye ithawa ngathola ukuthi njengo yikho sesibona sekunomathawa Phosphorus Square makuthiwa decommissioned basho ukuthi-ke sebethathise leyo thawa umhlala phansi ayisasebenzi.
Okay. What will be your comment regarding the presence of this device between these times where it was recording the Phosphorus tower?
I can conclude by saying that this handset endings 8169 was in the vicinity of Phosphorus during this period of 26th October, during those times.
Athi ngasho ukuthi ngomhla 26 October le number igcina 8169 yayikhona lapha endaweni ya ngalapha ngase. You said where was it?
In the Phosphorus area.
Ngasendaweni yase Phosphorus.
Sorry, what's the number again? 16?
Number ending 8169.
8169.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. With all that is still on that set of data on page 11, from the first entry to the last entry on that page, can you tell the court whether this device was on motion or not?
Yes, looking at the different towers that were picked up, this device traveled from one area to another.
Ngibonakala ukuthi le makhalekhukhwini wayexhumana namathawa amaningana yachaza ukuthi-ke lo makhalekhukhwini wawuhamba kuleyo ndawo wawungasimile ndawonye.
And then let's now focus. Let's zoom into 26 October 2014, 70439, where it says Heidelberg Road.
170439, yes.
Still in motion.
Yes.
Ngesikhathi se-170439 ngiyabona ukuthi bisanyakaza.
Okay. Let's proceed to page 6 for exhibit JJ7A.
Page 6 reflects the Basotho hostel.
That's page 6 khombisa iBasotho hostel.
An aerial photograph. What is it? What is the position?
Yes, it looks like an aerial of picture of that area.
Isikhombisa sathi kuthathwe isithombe sithathwa into engenhla kwaleyo ndawo.
And it reflects the Phosphorus tower towards the bottom of the page.
Le ngenzansi-ke ikhombisa ithawa yase-Phosphorus.
Okay. Just before we move away from the, let's just quickly go back to page 5.
Page 5.
Yes. Are you able to show where Moleleki Tower is from that map?
Well, we don't see Moleleki Tower on this map, but from viewing the previous maps, I would say it's south of the crime scene.
Ibonakali uleli khasi Moleleki Tower kodwa-ke ucabangela ukuthi ingabe ingenzansi kwale ndawo yesigameko.
Yeah, but you can't testify like that. Where is the map? So that We must all see it. You say the previous map.
I'm taking you to the map. It should be on page 17.
Okay,
Page
so we're still
18.
getting into it. Okay, it's fine.
Yes.
Let's stay with the page number and we'll get to Moleleki when we get there.
Okay. So we are still on page 6.
Yes. I see there's 3 arrows there, and then next to those arrows, 2G Phosphorus SGS. Is that a tower?
Yes, that's a tower.
Athi le bhale khona ukuthi 2G phosphorus SGS enye yamathao.
And if you can just refer back the physical address of this tower.
We're then going back to page 4.
Yes.
The distance between the crime scene and Phosphorus Tower is 2.9 kilometers.
Bathi ke ukusuka ke kwe phosphorus tower uya lapha ukundaweni esigameko amakilometer awu 2.9.
Okay. Thank you. We'll revert back to page 4 at a later stage. I'm just looking for one document. Page 7.
Page 7 is an aerial view of the Mazibuko hostel.
Athi page 7 ikhombisa ke isithombe esithaphatelwe phezulu sendawo yase hostel laseMazibuko.
Okay. Page 8.
Page 8 shows us distances. It says area 1, intersite distances, and that's between the identified towers from the data.
Kuthiwa ke ikhombisa lana ke ubudeke bamabanga phakathi kwamahostele ukusuka ke ku le data elethiwe.
I see that distances in this page 8, spread view to Phosphorus, is the distances between the towers.
Yes.
And then the same applies to page 9.
That's correct, yes.
Athi lapha page 9 ikhombisa amabanga phakathi kwamathawa.
And then page 10 is the explanation of the distances.
That's correct.
Athi ayikhasi leshumi ke likhombisa ke ukuthi aqaqene kangakanani lamathawa.
Okay. Now, take the code through this. Don't rush. Explain the distances from the first column until the last column.
Okay. So firstly on page 10, we have the site distances, which is highlighted in red where my mouse is. The first column is Phosphorus, second Phosphorus square, Spruit view, thereafter Popang Khotso, clinics, Pake, Mosoleke, Tabo and Sako, Sali section, and then lastly we have Bonego.
Lapho khombeka amathawa i-phosphorus square spread view ibupangkhose clinics iphake soleke Thabo Ntsako Sali section nePonero.
We will start with the first row, which is phosphorus.
Masiqala ke ngomugqa wokuqala la khombisa i-phosphorus.
From phosphorus to phosphorus square, it is 1.36 kilometers.
Suka i-phosphorus square is 1.36 kilometer.
To spread view, 4 kilometers.
We are spread view 4 kilometer.
Bopang Khotso, 2.4 kilometers.
Ibupangkhotso 2.4 kilometer.
Clinics, 2 kilometers.
Clinics 2 kilometer.
Pake, 4.2 kilometers.
4.2 kilometer.
Thereafter, Mosoleki, 3.8 kilometers.
Amsoleki 3.8 kilometers.
Tabo and Sako, 6.2 kilometers.
Thabo Ntsako 6.2 kilometers.
Sali section, 4.9
We are Sali section of 4.9
kilometers.
kilometer.
Ponego is 4.2 kilometers.
Ponego 4.2 kilometers.
The second row reflects phosphorus square.
Mukolandelayo ke ukhombisa i-phosphorus square.
To phosphorus tower, it's 1.36 kilometers.
Phosphorus 1.36 kilometer.
I'd like to indicate that this chart on page 10, the distances are in kilometers. When it does change to meters, I will then mention meters, if that is fine.
Leli khasi leli likhuluma ngama-kilometer kodwa uma sekushintsha sekukhuluma ngama-meter uzochaza.
Phosphorus square to spread view is 4.
Ukusuka i-phosphorus square spread view ama-kilometer amane.
Opankotso 1.41.
Ibupangkhotso 1.41.
Clinics 841 meters.
Clinics 841 amameter.
Thereafter Pake 4.9.
Phake 4.9.
Mosoleki 4.9.
Umsoleki 4.9.
Tabo and Sako 7.5.
Thabo Ntsako 7.5.
Sali section 6.1.
Sali section 6.1.
Ponego 5.5.
Ponego 5.5.
We then move on to spread view. To phosphorus, it's 4.
Spread view ufika phosphorus 4 kilometer.
Phosphorus square 4.
Phosphorus square 4 kilometer.
Bopangkhotso 5.4.
Bopangkhotso 5.4.
Clinics 4.8.
Clinics 4.8.
Pake 2.6.
Phake 2.6.
Mosoleki 3.9.
Umsoleki 3.9.
Tabo 6.8.
Thabo Ntsako 6.8.
Sali 5.2.
Sali 5.2.
Ponego 5.4.
Ponego 5.4.
Bopangkhotso to phosphorus is 2.4.
Ibupangkhotso ke phosphorus 2.4.
Phosphorus square 1.41.
Phosphorus square 1.41.
Thereafter spread view 5.4.
Vakaloko ke spread view 5.4.
Clinics is 627 meters.
Clinics is 627 meter.
Pake 6.3.
Phake 6.3.
Mosoleki 6.1.
Soleki 6.1.
Tabo 8.5.
Thabo 8.5.
Sali 7.2.
Sali section 7.2.
Ponego 6.5.
Ponego 6.5.
We then move on to clinics. to Vosloorus is 2.
Uksuka eclinic sephosphorus 2 kilometer.
Vosloorus Square 841 meters.
Phosphorus square 841 meters.
4.8 to Spruitview.
4.8 we are Spirit View.
Bopang 627 meters.
Upangkhotso 627 meters.
Parke 4.9.
We are Parke 4.9.
Moseleki 5.7.
We are Mseleki 5.7.
Thabo Nsako 8.3.
We are Tawanzago 8.3.
Sali section 6.9.
We are section 6.9.
Ponego 6.3.
We are Paneho 6.3.
We then move on to Parke. 2 Vosloorus is 4.2.
Yes, okay, Parke, we are Phosphorus 4.2.
Vosloorus Square 4.9.
We are Phosphorus square 4.9.
Spruitview 2.6.
So you get Spirit View 2.6.
Bopangkhotso 6.3.
Upangkhotso 6.3.
Clinics 4.9.
Clinics 4.9.
Moseleki 1.68.
Mseleki 1.68.
Thabo Nsako 4.3.
Tabanzago 4.3.
Sali section 2.7.
Sali section 2.7.
Ponego 3.3.
Paneho 3.3.
We then move on to Moseleki to Vosloorus is 3.8.
Sisidlulake Mseleki we are Phosphorus 3.8.
Vosloorus Square 4.9.
Phosphorus square 4.9.
Spruitview 3.9.
Street View 3.9.
Bopangkhotso 6.1.
Upangkhotso 6.1.
Clinics 5.7.
Clinics 5.7.
Parke 1.68.
Parke 1.68.
Thabo Nsako 3.
Tabanzago 3.
Sali section 1.33.
Sali section 1.33.
Ponego 1.59.
Paneho 1.59.
We then move on to Thabo Nsako,
Sidlulake Tabanzago.
6.2 to Vosloorus.
We are Phosphorus 6.2.
Vosloorus Square 7.5.
We are Phosphorus square 7.5.
Spruitview 6.8.
We are Spirit View 6.8.
Bopangkhotso 8.5.
We are Upangkhotso 8.5.
Clinics 8.3.
We are Clinics 8.3.
Parke 4.3.
We are Parke 4.3.
Moseleki 3.
We are Mseleki 3.
Sali section 1.64.
We are Sali section 1.64.
And Ponego 1 kilometer.
We are Paneho 1 kilometer.
We move on to Sali section. To Vosloorus is 4.9.
Sali section 4.9.
Vosloorus Square 6.1.
We are Phosphorus square 6.1.
Spruitview 5.2.
We are Spirit View 5.2.
Bopangkhotso 7.2.
We are Upangkhotso 7.2.
Clinics 6.9.
We are Clinics 6.9.
Parke 2.7.
Parke 2.7.
Moseleki 1.33.
Mseleki 1.33.
Thabo Nsako 1.64.
Yabo Tabanzago 1.64.
Ponego 1.13.
We are Paneho 1.13.
Lastly, we move to Ponego. To Vosloorus is 4.2.
Manje we get Paneho we are Phosphorus 1.42.
4.2.
4.2.
Vosloorus Square 5.5.
We have Phosphorus square 5.5.
Spruitview 5.4.
We have Spirit View 5.4.
Bopangkhotso 6.5.
We have Upangkhotso 6.5.
Clinic 6.3.
We have Clinic 6.3.
Parke 3.3.
We have Parke 3.3.
Moseleki 1.59.
We have Mseleki 1.59.
Thabo Nsako 2.
ukuyetha kwensako 2
and Sali section 1.13.
uyakhe study section 1.13.
Okay, thank you. Let's just quickly refer back to page 4 of exhibit triple J7A. As well as page 6 of triple J7A, Basutu Hostel. Do you know the address of this hostel?
No.
Wathi ayezini ikhelaleli hostel ekuthiwa basithi hostel wathi cha.
But you have already testified about the address of the tower in Foslores.
Yes.
Wathi sengithiwe ufazi ngethawa yaseFosloras.
I'm going to quickly refer you to exhibit triple E5, just the highlighted part. My lord, why the court order this? That's true.
Is it what? Triple?
E5. It's a section 2, it's a statement that is accompanied by section 236 statement of accused number 1. Just want to show the address there, my lord, only. The highlighted part.
The highlighted part is 43 Sutu Hostel, Water Drive, Foslores South, and Rislu.
Thank you.
So la ku-highlight khona ke number 43 Suto Hostel, Water Drive, Foslores South.
My lord, on the list of exhibits, it's entry number 88, net bank statement of accused number 1. Thank you. Thank you. Page 11.
On page 11, you would find area 2, which indicates JHB is Joburg, CBD is the city center, tower locations.
Wathi ke lapha ke ekhasini number 11 uzothola area 2 la ikhweza ukuthi isegoli phakathi nedolobha nokuthi amathawa ke akhona ala.
On this page, you would find South Street on the my left-hand side.
Wathi ke ngakwesokunqala uzothola le tower ekuthiwa South Street.
Goat in the middle.
Goat Street uzothola lapha nendawo.
Just below that is Moy.
Athi enzansi kwalapho uzothola umoya.
Towards my right, it's Volhuta. Above that, on my right, it's Belgravia. And below that is Penrose.
Thank you. And I noticed there's George Koch Hostel.
That's correct, yes.
And then the nearest tower location, tower?
The closest tower to that hostel is Penrose.
So I said tower I said to say na say George Koch Hostel, Penrose.
And then page 11, exhibit DD5 from in figure 1.
Yes.
When does the record shows Penrose?
Oh, on page 11. On page 11, you would find the first time of Penrose is at 17:34:48 seconds.
Uqala ke ukubona iPenrose lapha ekhasini number 11 ngesikhathi sika 17:34 and 48 seconds.
Thereafter, at 17:34:59 seconds.
Emva kwalokho isikhathi 17:34:59 seconds.
Then again at 17:37:01 seconds.
Emva kwalokho isikhathi 17:37:01 wamasekondi.
And then lastly, 17:39:36 seconds.
Emva kwalokho 17:39:36 seconds.
Okay. Can you confirm two aspects for me? I know you have done this previously. Version of accused number 5 is that, and number 3, that a photograph of them together was taken at George Koch Hostel around this time. What will be your comment?
If they were around there during that time, then they were picked up by the Benrose Tower.
I think the state needs to put that information on record very fully. It must also mention the date.
At the time.
At the time.
It is 26 October, around 1725, 1730.
No, it needs to be very specific. The time is there on section 205.
Oh,
you can't
okay.
say around. There's no time known as around. The
Okay.
date, the month, the year,
26.
and the specific time.
26 October 2014, 1734, 48 to 1737:01.
Yes, it does reflect as the Benrose Tower during
Sure.
that time.
Thina isikhathi esika 17 enyangeni kaOctober 2014. So ka 17:34 and 48 ukufika ngo 17:39:36 ikhombisa ukuthi ke ithawe beqhumana ngayo iBenrose Tower.
I want to show you also a photograph, exhibit S, annexus A. It's exhibit S. Yes. My colleague will show you the photograph.
Yes.
That is the photograph that I'm referring to.
Yeah, but it's photo number what?
Image.
Just at the bottom, there's
It says page 17, George Koch.
just, can I have that so I can refer the code to the page number? Can I get that?
17.
Page number. Page 17, my lord. It's going to be photograph number 17
Okay.
of exhibit S. Okay, I'll highlight where I want you to read. Ma'am?
On this image, it gives IMG dash 2014 10/26, which looks to be the date. Thereafter, it's dash 17/28/39 dash 001.
Thina lapha kubonakala sengathi igama lesithombe iqala ngo-IMG 2014 10/26 okubonakala sengathi usuku ebese kuba no 17/28/39-001.
Okay. I'm told that is the time when the photo was taken. Is it still covered by the duration of this device in the Penrose Tower?
Yes, that is correct.
But yabonakala ukuthi le system sithathwe ngaso isikhathi lapho kubonakala khona ukuthi labo makhalekhukhwini babe bonakala beseduze netower yaseBenrose.
And then does the device, from the time the photo was taken, proceeds to be in motion?
Yes, between 1734 and 1739.
Ati yabo kuyabonakala ukuthi le makhalekhukhwini obuloku ubonakala unyakaza phakathi kwalezi sikhathi 1734 kuyofika u-1739.
Thank you. Then page 12.
Yes.
What is depicted there?
On page 12, it's activities for the 27th of October, which starts on 8:55, 28, and ends on the 28th of October, 2014 at 9:37:10. We then see various towers picked up. The first on the top of the page being Moy Street. Towards the middle of the page, it then reflects Fox and Jeppe, Drosty, Belgravia Towers, and then it ends with Hout Street at the bottom.
28 October, so ngesikhathi ka-8:55:28 kuyabonakala amatower kabelokuthintwa ilabo makhalekhukhwini oqala ngobomoyi ekuyogcina lapha ngakoJeppe.
Okay. And then on page 13 is the explanation of what is contained on page 12. Is that correct? Page 13.
Of the map.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, page 13 ila uchaza ukuthi amabanga alapha ku page 12.
Okay. Can we proceed to place them on record? Just check the time.
We then have intersite distances again. The first column being the sites. Thereafter, Sour Street, Wanderers, Goud Street, Moy Street, Volhuter Street Tower, Belgravia, Benrose, and Heidelberg Road. We then start with the first tower, which is Sour Street to Wanderers, which is 8.3 kilometers.
Siqala lapha ngeSouth Street kuyohandra so 8.3 kilometer.
Thereafter, Goud is 1.41.
Emva kwalokho iGoud is 1.41.
Moy Street 1.51.
Moy Street 1.51.
Volhunter 3.3.
Volhunter ke 3.3.
Belgravia 4.2.
Belgravia 4.2.
Benrose 4.6.
Benrose 4.6.
Heidelberg Road 4.6.
Heidelberg Road 4.6.
We then look at Wanderers as the site. To South Street, it's 8.3.
Sibheka Wanderers South Street to 8.3.
Goud Street 8.3.
Goud Street 8.3 futhi.
Moy Street 8.6.
Moy Street 8.6.
Volhunter 8.6.
Volhunter ke 8.6 futhi.
Belgravia 8.4.
Belgravia 8.4.
Benrose 9.3.
Benrose 9.3.
Heidelberg Road 10.5.
Heidelberg Road 10.5.
We move on to Goud Street to South Street. which is
Moy Street siya eSour Street
1.41,
1.41 kilometer.
to Wanderers 8.3,
Masiya Wanderers 8.3.
to Moy Street 269 meters,
Okay, Moy Street to 269 meter.
Volhunter 1.96
Okay,
kilometers,
Volhata 1.96 kilometers.
Belgravia 2.8,
Belgravia 2.8.
Benrose 3.2,
Benrose 3.2.
Heidelberg Road 3.3.
Heidelberg Road 3.3.
Thereafter, Moy Street
Imvaloko Mukaya Moy Street.
to Sour Street is 1.51,
Sour Street 1.51.
Wanderers 8.6,
Wanderers 8.6.
Gold Street 269 meters,
Goud Street 269 meters.
Volhunter 1.91,
Volhata 1.91.
Belgravia 2.9,
Belgravia 2.9.
Benrose 3.2,
Okay, Benrose 3.2.
Heidelberg 3.1.
Well, Heidelberg 3.1.
Volhunter being the tower to South Street is 3.3,
Okusuka Volhata ukuyafika eSour 3.3.
Wanderers 8.6,
Wanderers 8.6.
Goud Street 1.96,
Goud Street 1.96.
Moy Street 1.91,
Moy Street 1.91.
to Belgravia 996 meters,
Okay, Belgravia 996.
Benrose 1.32,
Benrose 1.32.
Heidelberg Road 2 kilometers.
Heidelberg Road 3.2 kilometers.
We then move on to Belgravia being the site. To South Street it's 4.2,
Belgravia uyeSour 1.4.2.
Wanderers 8.4,
Wanderers 8.4.
Goud Street 2.8,
Goud Street 2.8.
Moy Street 2.9,
Moy Street 2.9.
Volhunter 996 meters,
Volhata 996.
Benrose 885 meters,
Benrose 885.
and Heidelberg Road 2.3.
Heidelberg Road 2.3.
We then move on to Benrose. To South Street is 4.6.
Kusuka eBenrose eSour Street 4.6.
Thereafter to Wanderers 9.3.
Ukuya eWanderers 9.3.
Goud Street 3.2.
Ukuya Goud Street 3.2.
Moy Street 3.2.
Ukuya Moy Street 3.2.
Volhunter 1.32.
Volhata 1.32.
Belgravia 885 meters.
Ukuya Belgravia 885 meter.
Heidelberg Road 1.5 kilometers.
Ukuya Heidelberg Road 1.59 kilometers.
Lastly, we move on to Heidelberg Road being the site or tower.
Masigcina Heidelberg Road.
To South Street it's 4.6.
eSour 4.6.
Wanderers 10.5.
Wanderers 10.5.
Goud Street 3.3.
Goud Street 3.3.
Moy Street 3.1.
Moy Street 3.1.
Volhunter 2.
Volhata 2.
Belgravia 2.3.
Belgravia 2.3.
And lastly, Benrose 1.59.
Ugcina ke iBenrose 1.59.
Thank you. Now I want us to stay with the Johannesburg CBD inter-site site distances. The 27th of October 2014 starts on page 11, exhibit DD5F, Roman figure 1. And I want us to mainly focus on the tower that are picked up.
At what time?
Now let's start on page 11 from 080817.
080817 seconds on the 27th of October 2014. Moy Street was picked up as the tower.
080817 ithoka hlangana nayo lapha eMoy Street.
Thereafter, at 8:23:59 seconds, Moy Street was still picked up.
8:23:59 seconds, stay Moy Street.
Yes, then let's proceed to page 12.
On page 12, still on the 27th of October at 8:55, 28 seconds, it's Moy Street.
Umhla 27 October ngo-8 55:28 kusem uyanmoy street.
And then thereafter,
11:18:01, it's Goud Street.
Ngo-11:18:01 kuse-Fort Street.
and then
Thereafter, 12:24:29, it's Moy Street.
Ngo-12:24:29 umoy street.
okay, let's quickly refer to 14:15:43.
14:15:43 seconds, we have Grace Street.
Ngo-14:15:43 sibona lapha umgwaqo uCrace Street.
And then when does it pick up Moy Street again on the 27th of October?
At 14:29:59 seconds, it then picks up Moy Street.
Ngo-14:29:28 second ilapha ipick up futhi umoy street.
And Goud Street?
Goud Street is at same date, 27th October, at 14:44:51 seconds.
Ngo-14, what is the time again?
14:44:51 seconds.
But iphina ipick up i-Hope Street ngesikhathi ka-14:44 and 51 seconds.
Which is okay. Do you know where this 2G Grace Street SGS1 is located? Or you have to find out?
That is around Johannesburg City Centre.
Athi-ke le Grace Street itholakala phakathi nedolobha lase-Johannesburg.
And then at 17:20:11, there's Fox Street that is picked up.
17:20:11 seconds. That is Fox Street.
So ngo-17:20:11 kukhona letha ikuthiwa Fox Street yona eqhunyana nayo.
And then the GP SGS at 17:24.
17:24:34 seconds, it's Jeffy.
So 17:24:34 JP Street.
And then Drostihof.
Drostihof is at 17:33:25 seconds. 17:33:24 seconds.
17:33 and 24 seconds pick up a Drostihof.
You already testified about Belgravia. Now let us go to the last activity of the 27th of October 2014 at 21:28:20 MOC for 2 seconds.
The 2 seconds call was made from the number ending 8169 to the number ending 0599, and that was in Moy Street, lasting 2 seconds.
Umhla 27 to 21:28 and 20 inamba egcina ngo-8169 yashayela uyashaya ucingishayela inamba egcina ngo-0511 bahlala ke imizuzwana emibili kuphela.
Okay, from what you have placed on record for the 27th of October 2014, will you say that this device was able to leave the Johannesburg CBD intersite?
During this time, it was within the city of Johannesburg.
Ngalesi sikhathi sonke ile lemakhalekhukhwini otholakala esendaweni yaseJohannesburg.
Thank you. Page 14.
Page 14. is Area 3, Lefter and Vrede and Sonia Towers.
Page 14 lapha ukhombisa indawo ekuthiwa ilifte and Vrede neBasonia ukuthi ke amathawa ke kunamabanga angakanani phakathi wala mathawa kule ndawo.
And then page 15.
On page 15, it just translates to the distances as reflected on page 14.
Page 15 ukhombisa amabanga abonakala lapha ekhasini u14.
Are you able to place the distances on record?
Lefter and Vrede to Basonia is 4.3 kilometers.
Suka ke elifte and Vrede ukuyofika eBasonia 4.3 kilometers.
And Basonia to Lefter and Vrede is 4.3 kilometers.
Ukusuka eBasonia uya elifte and Vrede 4.3 kilometers.
Page 16, Moleleki SGS crime scene to crime scene.
The distance from the Moleleki Tower to Ofro from the crime scene is 6.3 kilometers.
Suka kule tower eMleleki SGS ukuyofika endaweni esigameko ama-kilometers 6.3 kilometers.
And do you have the physical address of this Moleleki SGS tower?
No, I don't.
Alikho ke ikheli lale tower ekuthiwa iMleleki SGS uthola kuyiphi indawo.
I just want to go back to page 4 to see if it might appear there. Unfortunately, we do not have Moleleki Tower.
Alikho ikheli leMleleki lapha ku page 4.
Okay. My Lord, I will cross-reference at this stage with Exhibit J1. Triple J.
J.
1.
1.
That's correct. Okay, I'm just waiting for the witness to get the document.
J1.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I have it.
Yes, you got it. You have the statement. Let's refer to the addendum to your manual statement.
The addendum on. Oh, got it.
You got it. The last, call it the paragraph, where it says a number ending with 2498, page 667, data, page 118, GPRS.
Yes, that's correct.
From these pages, are you able to tell the court the last hour in which this phone number picked up?
Yawazi ubona ukuthi iyiphi tower yagcina ukuthintwa ile phone?
On page 667 of 1189, the last tower was Moleleki on the 26th of October at 21:52 56 seconds.
Kugcina ithawa ukuthinta umleleki umhla 26 ku-October esikhathi kwaku-21 52 and 56 seconds.
Just moving over to page 1188. On 1188 of 1189 pages, the last entry was at 26, 21, 52, 42 seconds, and it also reflects Molaleki Tower at the bottom of the page.
From umhla 26 ku-October esikhathi 21 52 and 42 seconds ithawa ithintwayo lapho kusewumleleki.
Okay, just on that, was there an activity there? The last entry that you just placed on record?
The last entry on page 667 was an SMS, and the last entry on 1188 was GPRS usage.
Ukugcina la ngu-1188 kwaku-i-GPR usage ne-SMS.
Now, still on the addendum, did the phone belonging to the deceased ending with 551, phone belonging to Longetwala ending with 0436, phone number belonging to Khumalo 4358, pick up this Molaleki Tower on or around 21:52:56.
We can refer to the pages. So for the number ending 9551, we can look at page 361 to 365.
Is the code number? Madam, it must not be assumed by the state when it puts it on record that the number that belongs to Longwe, and it goes on to list that number, and the number that belongs to Khumalo, and the state goes on to list that number, that we are admitting, or on behalf of accused number 3, it is admitted that those numbers indeed belong to those people that have been mentioned. That is despite the fact that the state might have made endeavors on the RICA to bring along their RICA document. It's been demonstrated before court how problematic that RICA document is. So without those witnesses coming to testify and confirm that this is indeed my number or a number that I was using during this particular period, that information or that number, or in fact that evidence that relates to that number, will be on record on a provisional basis, such that if they don't come, it should then have to be expunged from the record. I just wanted to put that on record, such that the state does not come and say that the defense actually had no objection and they acquiesced to the fact that these are the numbers that actually belong to Longwe and O'Kelly. Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Sbanda, what's your answer?
My lord, I've got a very short answer. Exhibit 01, Colonel Stein embarked on a process of identifying these numbers by employing various methods, looking at common contacts, RICA information, and he came to a conclusion, an XDX, my lord, to say this number belongs to this particular person.
And he was taken under cross-examination, was he not?
He was taken through cross-examination.
Okay.
As the call, please.
Yes, that's the answer for you, Mr. Mnisi, by the state. They say it's a short one.
that's a record document which on its own is a hearsay evidence, my lord. The owner is still there. We haven't received this court information that Ms. Kelly Khumalo is deceased or Longe Twala is deceased. They are the people who can come. Let me actually put it like this, my lord. The value or the credibility of the authenticity as to how those numbers belong are the owners of those numbers. That will be Kelly and Longe. Up until such time they come here and say, indeed, these are our numbers. What is contained in the record document remains a hearsay.
So even the evidence of the experts.
That is not a hearsay, my lord.
Yeah, I'm just saying, no, I want to
Yes.
understand you.
Yes, ma'am.
That an expert comes here
Yes,
and says that this number is a number of Rata Mokhocheng.
yes.
You say Rata Mokhocheng must come and testify.
That is exactly my
Okay, fine.
argument.
Yeah, fine. You can argue that.
Because the expert says this number belongs to Ratamu Kwate,
Yeah.
but that expert has not verified with Ratamu Kwate
No,
that
no.
this is
That's
indeed
not
your
that's
number.
not the way I
You went
understand.
into the system
Okay, fine.
and retrieved the information. That is hearsay.
Yeah, do whatever you have to do.
Thank you,
Mr.
my lord. I
Mr.
just wanted
Sibande,
to put that
do you agree
information
with
on
the
record.
submission?
Thank you.
No, my lord. I think my lord has already answered him that he can argue this point.
Yeah, fine.
As the
Okay.
court is.
You're entitled to argue every point.
Excuse
Okay.
me, my lord.
I say you're entitled to argue every point.
Most definitely.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yeah. So let's hear.
Something.
Yes.
I just want to clarify something also for the defense. We have an affidavit by Kelly Khumalo who mentioned these two numbers that they belong to her. And
Does the state have that affidavit?
this was discovered
No,
by
my lord. It was disclosed to the defense.
So what should I make of that, Mr. Mgumezulu?
I'm trying to ease the point that Kelly Khumalo has indeed
At least
confirmed.
she has admitted
Yes,
her number
Her
in an
number.
affidavit.
in an affidavit.
I see.
It is unfortunate that the defense seems to be in cross purpose, but that is to me, that's procedure. What I've just submitted to the court here is procedure. Whether Kelly said, this is what this is my number in the alleged affidavit, that is neither here nor there, my lord.
I see. Okay, let's hear Mr.
My
Sibanda.
lord, before I start this point, I see it's almost 1 o'clock. And
How far are you still going to go with the witness in the stand?
we're not very far, my lord.
But will you finish today?
No, my lord, no.
You won't finish
I
today.
won't finish today. And the witness has commitments after 2 o'clock, my lord.
He's got commitments.
Indeed, so, my lord.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
Yeah, we've got to sit during the recess then. Yeah. When are you again available, ma'am? Because I'm
When
told you have
you
an
are-
engagement today at 2.
Yes, today.
Fine. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, etc.
Shall we make it from Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday
Okay.
next week?
Okay. Is that okay? Wednesday?
My lord, it's the last day of the session today. It's the last.
You guys don't want to sit during the recess.
Yes, my lord.
Is that
That's the
common?
agreement.
Common.
Yes.
So that the JP mustn't say, "Le judge ifuna ukukhola mahala le."
That's the.
I'm prepared to sit. But you guys, if you're saying, I don't know, you don't want to sit because of whatever reason, I can't take the camel to the well.
My lord, I've already made commitments during the recess period.
Mr. Ramsipidi, you said you're easy.
I still stand on that point.
And Mr. Mnisi said he pleads no contest.
No, he's with me on
No,
that point.
I said I'm in the hands of the court.
I don't have hands. Okay, it's unfortunate. We'll have to postpone the evidence of this witness in the stand to a date which is suitable to all of us. So if it's after the term what do you call this? The recess period is how long? 4 weeks.
Yes, it's 4 weeks.
4 weeks. So when do we come? When do you normally resume? The first? Is it the third term or the fourth term?
It's the third term.
The third term starts on what?
The third term starts on the 22nd of July.
22nd of July.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. You would be available after that.
That's the court basis.
Mr. Sibanlao, what's your view?
We are available.
Mr.
my
Shololo
lord.
says she has made arrangements to go to Mauritius.
Lucky, my lord, we are available. We are available to even sit on weekends.
No, but she says she can't sit during the recess.
It's unfortunate, my lord, that she's not available.
Okay, then we'll postpone to the 22nd of July. I'm sorry about this, because it will cut your evidence in half. Yeah, you wanted to say something, sir?
There is something that accused number 3 wants to bring to my attention.
Yeah, fine.
And also, my lord, perhaps it should be clarified on behalf of all accused persons that the recess is not the request of the lawyers, but it's the entire court sitting, not sitting that during that period, my lord, because their perception is that perhaps we are dragging the matter, and it shouldn't be that
Okay.
perspective.
Kuchakuchazelana ukuthi njengoba kuzovalwa kuqala ngaleli viki esiya kulona awusho ukuthi lokhu kucelwe abameli ukuze idonse icala cha ukuthi nje inkantolo zonke ziyavala kuze kuyofika umhla 22 July lapho eziyovula khona inkantolo azivulwa abameli azivulwa inkantolo kodwa abaphethe inkantolo zonke eMzansi jikelele abakhethwa ukuthi ngalesi sikhathi lesi kuyiwa ku recess ikhefu lama lenkantolo zonke.
Yeah, recess, just a reminder. You know, this recess, it was a colonial entrapment. When the Union of South Africa started, even before then, judges used to be from England. So they had to go and see their families, about twice a year. So they came with a contraption called recess. And it has carried on, even up to today. But it was specifically made for judges who came from England and Holland. Okay, so that is the history.
I think the fraternity must take it up with the Minister of Justice. It's
South
archaic.
South Africans love holidays. They have a holiday on the 16th of June. Then they have the most important thing, which is the inauguration of the president on Wednesday. Then we don't have a holiday on that day. That's South Africa, Mr. Minister.
Can I be excused for the period, 22nd of July?
Oh, where are you going to?
I've got a partly head matter that I'll be busy with, but my colleague will carry on.
Mr. DeFoss?
Yes.
Oh, Judge DeFoss, rather.
It's for judge.
Okay, so we'll see each other then on the 22nd. Here.